This is the first time I've ever recorded on this guitar here. This is a Tacoma, and it was built in 1998, but I didn't get it until about 4 or 5 years ago. In the 90s, well, at the end of 1999, I was saving money to buy my dream guitar, and I always wanted a Martin, which is the instrument I've played on this channel mostly before now. But I remember at that time, Tacoma was this fantastic newer company based in Washington, and all solid wood. This guitar has a spruce top and rosewood back and sides, all solid wood. And this was the same price as a Martin in the 90s, late 90s. Now these unfortunately had a rough kind of problem with their finishes, and so you can see that you could peel the finish off if you wanted to. The whole guitar is that way. But I came across it a few years ago. I'd always liked the way Tacoma sounded. Of course, the checking and all this breaking apart here doesn't affect the sound. And I found this guitar at a guitar shop in Corbin, Kentucky. And the guy who worked at the shop, his name was Gary, and I said, "Oh, I've looked for a Tacoma forever." At that time, I had let me think what I was trying to sell. I had a Guild that I was going to sell, and I said, "Hey, I'd love to just buy that Tacoma." And he said, "Well, it's a great guitar. It looks bad, but we want to keep it here at the shop for lessons." And I said, "Well, please let me know if you ever want to sell it." And so I checked back in a time or two. Then one day I checked back in, and he said, "Oh, I just sold it this week." And I said, "You sold it?" I was like, "I wanted to buy that guitar. I told you I wanted to buy it." And he said, "Well, this guy had cash." And I was like, "Gary, I had cash." And so he gave me the phone number of the guy who bought it. Turns out the guy who bought it was really just going to take it to Asheville to a guitar show and try to sell it there. So I bought it from him before he put it on the U-Haul to take it to Asheville. So that's how I got this Tacoma, which is a fantastic guitar. It is the one that ever since I've been at Central Baptist, anytime I've played in the service or played in Catalyst, I've used this guitar, and usually keep it at the church. But I wanted to share that story with you. I feel so fortunate to find this guitar, and I know it's all beat up, and it's over 27 or so years old, but good luck finding one that sounds any better. Thanks for joining in. I'll see you next time.